2022 was not the best year for the movies, and I do believe that if it was like 2018 or 2019, some of these movies would not make my top 10. You can check all the reviews of these movies, except for one movie on my channel. I will tell you which movie it is, so I'm not gonna waste a lot of your time. Without further ado, let's go. Number 10. Prey. The movie Prey is a prequel to the classic Predator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh god, we're gonna have another one of these with a strong female character and she's gonna overcome every single problem and she's gonna outdo everyone. But no, I was wrong. I admit that. The movie made sense and it was really entertaining. So I had a good time. Number 9. The Batman. Maybe the most anticipated DC movie of 2022. Matt Reeves' Batman was really a good start. And as I said in my review, it was a really good Batman Begins. Although, as I said, Robert Pattinson is not my favorite Batman in live action movies, but he was still great. And if there's any other sequels of this movie, I'm really in because I really enjoyed it. The villains, the atmosphere, the Gotham atmosphere, it was just on point and straight out of the video games. Number 8. Barbarian. Well, this movie just came out of nowhere. It was a great surprise. The movie had a great suspense until the end. As I said in my review, the ending was a bit cheesy and bad, you could say even, but the suspense that led to that ending was so good and entertaining that it was just really good. If you are a fan of horror movies, please don't miss out on Barbarian. Number 7. Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, to be more exact. This is the only movie that I don't have a review on my channel yet. I will do it in a couple of days. This movie is the trademark of this director, with weird atmosphere, weird monsters, and it is just takes you to a fantasy world which is just captivating. This movie is a new take of the Wooden Boy story. It's unlike whatever you saw before about Pinocchio. The use of stop motion animation worked great. Number 6. Elvis. I said it before, I'm not a fan of biographies, but this movie was a smart biography. It picked the best parts of Elvis Presley's life, and Baz Luhrmann must have directed this movie because it was just shiny, glorious. Most of the movie happened in Vegas, and I don't think that any other director could have pulled it off as good as Baz Luhrmann did. It was like he was born to direct this movie. Austin Butler and Tom Hanks, they were wonderful in their roles as well. Well, we are at the top 5, so my number 5 is Top Gun. You rarely see a sequel to a classic movie which is not good after like 30 years or so, and it's good. This movie did a weird thing that not only it was good itself, but it elevated the prequel. That movie was so bad, I have that review as well on my channel, but Top Gun, the first one, it's just too bad. This movie was great, especially in the cinematography, it was wonderful. Number 4. Northman. The Northman is not a movie for everyone. It has a simple story of a revenge. This movie has a great score and the actors were really good as well. The beauty of this movie is in its simplicity. It has a captivating story, a satisfying ending, and at the end, I felt really good. Number 3. Avatar. I recently reviewed this one. As I said, it is one of the hardest movies to review because if you look at the story, you will find so many plot holes or so many things that could have been different, but this movie is more visually important than what happens in the plot, in my opinion. And as always, James Cameron, he did set the bar of the CGI and its world, and like for 3 hours I didn't know who I was. I was just an audience who was watching this movie, this brilliant movie. This movie is just one of a kind. Number 2. Everything Everywhere All at Once. This was one of the weirdest and one of the best movies in its category. This movie never lost its tempo and it was fun to watch. And something else about this movie that was interesting for me, this movie had some concepts and opinions or some things were happening on a screen that was just so out of this world and so weird. But the movie itself was so weird that you bought it. You bought these ideas, you bought these weird things that was happening in front of your eyes. I know that you've heard it a lot about this movie, but this is the real multiverse of madness. Great story, great acting, very good ending. What else do you want from a movie? And number one, this movie is my most recent review that I shared on my channel. My number one movie is The Banshees of Inisherin. In my review, I said that this movie is too precious and too beautiful to touch. I still can't think of something bad to say about this movie. It's just too personal. I was biased, I said it 100 times about Martin McDonagh. I was biased when I started watching this movie, but it did not fail me. Colin Farrell and Brandon Gleeson, they were both so good in the movie that they will be nominated, both of them. Maybe they will even go for the win. The whole movie happens on an island, and I do suggest you guys to watch this movie when you're alone. At the end of the movie, you will feel much better. And yeah, that's it. That's my top 10 list. But I have to say something. There are two movies that could have made the list, but I still haven't found the time to watch them. The Whale by Darren Aronofsky, which is, I think, a great performance by Brendan Fraser. I will check that movie out as soon as I can. And another movie, Babylon, but I think Babylon would be a flop like Amsterdam. I don't know why I feel like that, but the movie Whale could have made the list. That's my top 10. Tell me what's your favorite movie of 2022. If you have anything to say, comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Emphasis on subscribe. And as always, thanks. Bye.